The Supreme Court has lifted limits on how much money political parties can spend on congressional campaigns ahead of the midterms. By a vote of 6-3, the justices found the Federal Election Campaign Act violated the First Amendment. In the majority opinion, Justice Brett Kavanaugh wrote, it will allow all political parties to, quote, participate more freely and compete more fully in the political process, and to coordinate more closely with their candidates. CBS News legal contributor and Loyola Law School professor Jessica Levinson joins me now. She started her career as a campaign finance lawyer. So, Jessica, perfect person to talk to, as usual. But this involves money, but the ruling was based on the First Amendment. How does that apply in this case?
This is the foundation of all campaign finance law, which is all the way back in 1976. The Supreme Court decided that money given and spent in elections is either speech or speech by proxy, meaning if I'm a candidate and I spend money and I'm trying to reach voters, that spending of money is the equivalent of speaking. If I'm a donor and you're running for office, Lindsay, and I think you're great and I want to give you money, that donation is speech by proxy. What I'm saying is I support you. And so from that moment to this moment, from 1976 till today, anytime we try to limit money in politics, we're doing a First Amendment analysis. Now, yesterday, the court tackled this restriction, as you mentioned, dealing with coordinated expenditures between political parties and candidates, and essentially said that that particular provision violates the First Amendment, and it doesn't serve the only two interests that are sufficient to justify these types of restrictions. What are those interests? Corruption and the appearance of corruption.
Let's talk a little bit more about that and the dissent, the liberal justices' warning of political corruption. Why?
So the idea behind these particular limits, again, limits on the amount that a political party and a federal candidate can spend coordinating together, meaning you're a candidate, I'm a political party, and we want to talk about a message. That means we're coordinating, and we would be limited until yesterday in the amount that we could spend. And what the liberal justices are worried about is that by essentially eviscerating this restriction, that you're going to allow money to indirectly flow to candidates and therefore potentially to have a corrupting effect. How could that happen? It happens if a donor maxes out on how much they can give directly to a candidate, but then they really want to support that candidate. The idea is then you can give to the political party can act in concert or coordination with the candidate, and that serves as an end run around contribution limits, therefore, again, giving rise to actual or apparent corruption. The court didn't agree with that yesterday, but that's the dissent's argument.
Okay, Jessica Levinson, thank you.